Hi, this is Taxi's Chronicles and I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and today I have 4 people in their car who just want to be on the episode of the podcast. So today
They're the normal people.
they're very drunk. Well,
Whoa,
drunk.
speak for yourself, son.
Okay, they're not drunk.
Not.
Yeah. But anyway, so how do you feel about the lockdown, guys? What's it like being on a lockdown that you don't need a mask? What's it like?
Well, you know what I mean? Like, I think lockdown's over. Lockdown's over. I still think it's important that people are...
I've thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Oh,
I quite like it.
Stevie pipes up.
Yeah, I quite like it. Staying at home, working from home.
But we're still
chilling
socialising in
24/7.
small groups, but we're not going out. We're not going to pubs. We're not going to bars. We're just seeing our nearest and dearest and having fun.
Can we interview you?
I think they'd be more interested to hear what you guys do.
No,
So,
I reckon they'll be interested in the
so
host.
what's your occupation, guys? What jobs have we got in here?
We got a lot.
So I think 2 of us work in advertising, 3 of us work in advertising,
Yeah.
3 in
and
advertising.
then 1 lawyer.
And 1 lawyer.
Okay,
Yeah.
so is the lawyer working from home? Who's the lawyer?
Yeah, that's me. I'm working from home.
Stevie got.
It's
Leave
good.
people.
It's
How are you working from home as a lawyer? Don't you need to go to court and
Yeah, they do remote court, so they do it over the
what
phone.
they do it over Zoom? Oh,
Yeah, Zoom. And on the
Zoom
phone.
call,
So
yeah.
you put your boxers on and wear a shirt and tie, and no one sees below your legs.
Okay.
Good.
I'm not sure how the judge can keep order.
Judge is probably wearing pants as well.
I
Okay.
hope that all judges are wearing pants at all times, sure.
Yeah.
So how's the advertising world going?
It's a very mixed sort of,
Yeah, mixed
Absolutely.
bag.
Yes, yes.
Literally. Some people are doing amazing, some people are doing very, very badly.
Yeah, exactly.
And how are you guys doing then?
Well, I run the co-op account,
Nice.
Okay.
so they have co-op funeral care, which is doing very well. For
That's
reasons.
actually disgusting.
It's true though.
Yeah, that is
It's
true.
not. It's not just. I wouldn't say it's disgusting. I'd just say, well, it is. Well, it is. There's people who profit in this time and people who
As
don't.
in, I say very well in terms of
Business.
the advertising that they're doing is very.
They're
It's
spending
very.
more money, yeah.
Yeah, the
They're
amount
spending
of
money to tell people that they're there for them in this time of need,
There it is.
because it's actually a really difficult time for funerals.
Are their rates going up?
No, of course not.
Okay.
You can have
You'll be surprised. A lot of people put their rates up over this time.
Yeah,
Sorry?
as in, can you even have a funeral at this time? I don't really know.
Yeah,
but-
they have. They
well,
have.
it's now a maximum of 6 people to go to one.
Really.
Before
the
the
rest is on
15th
Zoom.
of June was only you couldn't have anyone. So it's a really difficult time for loved ones.
What's the most interesting thing that's ever happened to you in a taxi?
This guy's intent on trying to put the
Yeah,
podcast on me.
I want to know.
My first episode,
Yeah.
to be honest, was there was a French lady. I didn't know she was French at the time.
Yeah.
And a British guy, and they were meant to both get in a taxi, but he changed his mind at last minute, and she seemed quite upset. So I asked her, it's actually, like I said, it's my first episode. I asked her, are you okay? And she went, yes. And she's like proper French, like with the hair, the look.
Yeah.
All she was missing was the garlic kind of thing. And then she was leaning on the chair behind me, and I heard this sobbing. I said, are you sure you're right? You're not going to be sick, are you? That's my first impression. Obviously concerned about the car. And then she goes, no, I'm just upset. I said, well, what's wrong? She goes, oh, it's my boyfriend. I love him so much. And then she just went into this whole thing, and I was like, okay, well, you know, being a taxi driver is a bit like being a, what do you call it?
Counsellor.
Counsellor, yeah. So you listen, people, especially if they sit in that chair there. If they sit in that chair, you know they want to talk. They've got to offload their day, all of that kind of thing. And it just went from one thing to another, and the next thing I know, I'm trying to convince her the boyfriend, you know, it might be a bit of difference of culture. She said, I haven't seen him in 2 weeks, and he doesn't love me. I know he doesn't, and I'm so alone. All my family. Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah.
Yours.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Look.
Okay,
Right.
Love
Thanks,
you,
guys.
Roz.
that's just a drop off.
Cheers.
Yeah. Just allow a drop off, but.
You are though, yeah. Taxi driver is a counsellor position
Yeah.
because it's just like you're drunk and you don't know the person, but you can get some good feedback
Yeah.
from a person you don't know on your current life situation sometimes.
So the long and short was it that she ended up rubbing my arm and blowing me kisses and
Fucking hell.
kissing and all this kind of thing. And then when she's like, it's like she's trying to hoax me to come into the house. And I was
This is
like,
dead
no,
right.
this
Dead
is going to end up on 10 o'clock news. You know, taxi guy.
Yeah.
When she wakes up, not when she wakes up, I mean, when she...
Whoa, boy!
when she sobers up in the morning, I'll be the bad guy.
Yeah.
So I just
It's
was
risky.
very professional
Yeah.
and sent her on her way.
Because I'm an employment solicitor, and you know how like Uber drivers, the work status is kind of like
Go on.
not employee, not self-employed, potentially worker. There's like an ongoing court case.
Yes.
So like this has been going for a few years, and I used to get a lot of calls from Uber drivers caught in like, it's kind of fucked, like, you know, bad positions, and they wanted to know if they can get their cases against Uber or
For
their
what?
jobs back. And one guy called me, right, and he was like, hey man, so I'm an Uber driver, and I was like, yeah, I know your work.
Wait, is
I
this
know-
allowed to be on camera?
No, go on.
Yeah, I was like, I'm an Uber driver. I was like, alright, I know like the issue, your work status is the problem. And he was like, yeah, let me tell you, let me cut to the chase. You know when you sit down and your trousers ride up sometimes, you know it sometimes looks like you have an erection because your trousers have just ridden up when you sit down. He was like, I sat down and two girls have accused me of being aroused, and anyway the police have got
Is that
involved.
illegal?
Well, it sounded dodgy because he was like, the police got involved, and anyway, you know, they tried to say I was coming into their house after I was being aroused, and like I couldn't look into the case because I was like, well, you know, you can't really represent Uber drivers because the work status is unclear right now. But it's kind of like those situations, it's kind of fucked because if someone makes a complaint to Uber, you're done basically. They can take your license and you don't really have a
You don't have
way
a contract. What? You don't have a contract with
Yeah,
them?
but
Yeah.
you know what? My thing is, if Uber get rid of you, you can go to Ola or another platform. So
Yeah.
there's not a problem.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not a problem. I look at it like this. That story don't sound right.
Yeah, that's what
Because
I thought.
one
That's
thing
what I
is-
thought.
If he's sitting down, the girls are sitting behind him.
Yeah,
Where's the problem?
yeah.
They can't see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Why are they talking about you followed them in the house?
Exactly.
No,
when
no,
he said
no.
his trousers rolled up, I was
Nah,
like, okay,
nah,
yeah, I'll
forget
feed
that.
And then when he said, and they mentioned I followed them into the house, there's gonna be some. You've got out of your car. You've got out
Yeah,
your
of
car.
course, you've done something, and he should have cameras in his car anyway.
Yeah.
So if he's done anything, it's
Got out
defense.
of your car.
I'll never get out of the only time I got out of the car is when I thought he just turned 18, he's so drunk, and he's just about to throw up, and I stopped, opened the door to say, like, to get there's got plastic bags in the back of the seat, so they can throw up in there. So I opened the door to get the plastic bag, and he thought I was going to physically drag him out.
Yeah.
And he went, "Ooh!" And I went, I said, like, calm down. So I stood back. I said, just get the bag.
Yeah.
And after that, he held the bag around his face. And no matter how I was driving, he kept that bag. He just get that bag around his face, yeah.
Oh,
But so you get a lot of Uber. But I saw something on the Facebook saying that Uber drivers have won a case to be able to claim
sick pay.
sick pay and all that. And I said that defeats the object, because next thing you know, the government's going to say you're your employees, and they're going to be doing
Well, that's the
and
thing,
and
isn't
Uber
it?
has to do your tax, and then
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just leave.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Like,
It's got
half of them want to be self-employed, and the other half want to like have all the benefits.
and the government won't look at it like
Can't have both.
yeah, you can't. To me, I'm happy working when I want to work. I could work for an hour and then go home and sleep,
Exactly.
and then come out for half an
Yeah,
hour,
yeah,
do one
yeah.
job and go back, and I think I'm not doing anything for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to tell me
And
what to
then
do.
there are other people who try and work like 16-hour days at Uber, and it's like, well, maybe you should get some benefits for this. It's like
No, but you shouldn't though, because you knew what you're taking on when you
Yeah,
started.
Yeah, if you want that, go work for a black cab company.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, it's true.
Or,
It's true.
question.
That's a very good point. If you want that, go and do the black
for a
well,
company,
not even black
a
taxi, just
taxi
the
company.
mini cab company.
Mini cab company.
Yeah.
Not
Don't
black
come mess up our Uber thing. Uber's been working good,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
If I've got kids, so I could take kids to school, you know, and then straight away go to work.
they literally
start
get
work.
an Uber to school.
Sorry.
They literally get an Uber to school. Can we?
No, he just drives them to school.
Did it actually say go this way?
Yeah, it's a,
Surprise.
yeah.
This
It's
is
a,
Oh, do you know why it says go this way?
Because the road's
Because of the
closed.
no, it's because of my fucking neck. Right, I'll tell you the most.
What?
Can this go to Uber, please?
yeah.
Most annoying thing about my road is at the end of my road is no access only.
Yeah.
And now every single time I get an Uber, we should have turned right there. It
No,
got
we're
me
jumping
home in
down
10. No, we're going to mine first, and we would have been home 10 minutes earlier going right there, but we're gonna have to go the long way because my road is no access only. I promise you. We're gonna go down. We're gonna come into the back end of my road when we literally could have come.
So you're thinking we're going down here?
I know where we're going.
We're going. It's telling me to go up here.
My house is over there.
Right.
My house is
I
over
usually
there.
go down there. Yeah.
My house is over there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go about a 15-minute detour to get to my house, just because the entrance to my house is no access only, when it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be. The reason why it is, do you know why it is? Is actually from years and years ago when the prostitutes all used to run down Bedford Hill, and they used
You've
it was
lived
to
around here a
stop-
long time,
Yeah, it
haven't you?
was to stop the curb crawlers.
Oh, okay.
But this is a lot longer route. to
I
run.
remember those days, man. Okay.
Now, yeah. But that's why I was like, why are we not turning right? And I've just realised that's why. So if Uber can change the legality of the end of my road so that actually they can drive down my road from the left-hand side, it'd be fantastic.
So how do you think Boris has handled this? Do you think he's handled it to the best of his ability? This whole corona?
His ability, but I don't think his ability goes far. What do you reckon?
I think it's an impossible situation to handle.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think
no, I do
actually
agree with that.
everything that they've done has been. I don't think anything they've done has been bad. I think every single decision you make, and what's annoyed me the most is the fact that everyone has a negative opinion on everything. Yes,
Yeah, but he fucked it.
there
He
is
did
a
fuck
bad thing to do and there's a good thing to do. Every single opinion. You just have to make decisions, and
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
just has to abide by them.
But this
Like-
is the thing with him, right? He's like a big ideas man. He doesn't care about the specifics. He's like, generally, if we could go by this, I think maybe it would work.
Yeah,
if
I
we
just-
do this. And he looked at Italy and he said,
I
you
just-
know what? Let's just crack on.
Yeah, but do you know
Let's just try
why?
and
Do you know
ignore
why
it
they
and crack
say
on.
like? Honestly,
And-
the reason why England has so many more deaths than everywhere else is generally because, one, we have the busiest airports in the world, and this has been going on for longer than we knew.
Well, Dubai
And
does now.
everyone from the east flies into London Heathrow and then goes out to Europe. We have the highest population density in the world. Like, there's so
Tokyo does.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but
in Europe.
Oh, sorry.
Population density is so high. Of course, you've got the busiest airports, so everyone's flying into here and then going to Europe.
But you
and
can
you've
shut
got
that
high
down. You can
population.
shut that down.
We could have shut that down,
Yeah.
but we only found out about the disease long before
No, we
that.
didn't. We
What
had
do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah, you're sitting there very quiet.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
What do you think
I'm
about?
drunk.
about Boris's handling?
No, I think the same.
What, you think he did all he could?
Yeah.
I think. Or
But I
do you think
also
what?
think-
Who do you think would have done it better?
What?
Anyone?
Yeah, exactly.
What, you think anyone?
Yeah, I think he's an idiot.
What, you think you would have?
No
Yeah,
way.
probably.
No, you wouldn't.
I would have looked
No
at it
way.
because like Italian Prime Minister was like
I just don't
England,
agree
the UK had 2 weeks.
What do you think?
My thing is this, really. If it's only killing old people and the vulnerable, then stay at home if you're old and you're vulnerable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm sorry, death is something that's going to come to us all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, stopping whole economy
Just
and the amount of people who've died because of not going to hospital out of fear, not getting the normal treatment and not getting these pills that they need or whatever,
Yeah.
doesn't equate to staying at home to save some people who are on the verge of death
I
anyway.
guarantee you,
Yeah.
what's happened
But
actually.
that's
I
not the PC
I agree.
No.
statement.
But also,
But
there'll
in
be
reality, you need to keep the National Health Service going.
Yeah.
And the only way you're going to do that is by generating tax money. The only way we do that is by putting people back to work.
Yeah, there's been for people under 40 years old, there's been 300 deaths, and I imagine they've all got quite serious underlying health
Yeah.
conditions. So, like for myself,
No one.
I could go.
No
to
one
work.
under the age
I
of
could
40
go to
has
work.
died since March 22nd.
Yeah, I could
And they
ca-
haven't done any autopsies.
Yeah.
So how do you know they actually died of it? They died with it, as they say in the news, but not of it.
I agree. Like I think the vulnerable should stay at home, and everyone else.
I
should
think
crack on.
also a lot of people thought it was going to be a lot worse than it actually was, in terms of
It's
that
panic.
had the potential to be world changing.
But the news are a lot to blame as usual because they hype and play on situations.
I don't think the news are to blame. The news are there to report the news, and the news was the
Yeah.
news.
Nah, the
No,
media,
no,
the
no, I
media
disagree with
love
that.
to get
They
outraged
love to
when
get a
there's some-
story. They love to get a
Yeah.
reaction.
That's their job.
That's their job.
No, it's not their job. Their job is to inform the public,
Yeah.
not conspiracy theory, not make things up. It's not. It's all that slandering Sun News, and that's not what we're about. That's not what they're about. It's not what they should be about. You're right. You do get some tabloid papers, but generally, you need to get the facts, and especially in a time of epidemic. Everybody should. All those they have public responsibility.
Yeah, but the government you'd think should have a public responsibility. They're trying to be Trump, just say whatever makes themselves look good.
But
It's
I
like
just
whatever
think-
happens
no.
to just saying the truth.
That's the thing, is that the whole thing has become political versus health, and it's like you can't do the thing that is perfect politically, and you can't do the thing that's perfect for the health. So you try and do a mixture of the two, and that's what fucks everything up.
Yeah, I think his first response when he told people they're gonna have to, loved ones are gonna die, was right because you're preparing people. I know people don't like to hear it, but you can't just say because it's something I don't like to hear. You shouldn't have said it. Yeah, it's just unrealistic.
Yeah.
I used to be in the military, and there's times we say, right, guys, we're going over the wire. We're not all coming back.
Yeah.
Very simple. Yeah, it doesn't mean we don't go. We still go, but we just know we're not all coming back.
Yeah, that was the case here.
Yeah, in that respect.
But I mean,
Go on.
the deaths have not been.
More people die from cigarettes.
Look at
The
put it
deaths
like
haven't
this.
been
No, put it like this.
ridiculous.
This is the clear point. The 3 countries with the highest death rate: America, Trump; UK, Johnson; and Brazil, Bolsonaro. The 3 biggest idiots somehow have the highest death rates in their country. I don't think that's a coincidence. Like the 3 right-wing fucking idiots.
I don't think it's anything to do with politics, mate.
It is.
No, this is where the conspiracy theories kick
No,
in.
I look
But-
at those 3 characters. Why?
You can't
their
blame it on the
countries-
fucking people that run the country.
But I
Right,
still look at
that
it
is
like
mental.
this.
Anyway.
If you're not doing autopsies, you don't know what people really died of.
Yeah, true.
Right, thank you.
Okay, so she's quick to get out. Thank you. Good night.
Just don't put that co-op bit
Bye, Dan.
All right then.
Yeah.
See.
because I might get in trouble.
Okay.
Safe, man.
All right. See ya.
You're dropping them off.
See you later.
All right. So it's just you and I now.
Yeah.
So, do you believe this coronavirus was started? You've got a difference between coronavirus and COVID-19.
Yeah.
They say coronavirus has always been around. It's been in cats, it's been in and it doesn't harm them.
Really, I don't know
But,
that. But yeah.
Yeah, but the COVID-19 is like a specific strand.
Okay.
Now, do you believe the COVID-19 has been manufactured?
Oh, that is, yeah. Yeah. I mean, on the one side, China are very covert with, I feel they control what comes in and what comes out of the country. And there's rumours of, like, virus testing labs, which don't sound safe. They sound kind of like, what was the country that had the nuclear disaster and there was a series? Chernobyl, yeah. And they tried to like contain it until they realised it was too late, and they were like, shit, we're going to have to announce this to the world. Because China tried to keep it under wraps for like 2 months, and then they were like, oh shit, this is too big to contain. So it sounds strange, but at the same time, I don't believe humans, whatever country you're from, I don't think people are capable of, launching life-threatening viruses on each other.
You think so?
I hope not. I don't think so.
Are you a history man?
Yeah, history, definitely.
Well, if you're a history man, you know that's not true. Think of this. Think of the castles, a siege. What do you do during a siege?
Defend it.
Yeah, but what does the attackers do?
Don't know, attack.
They catapult dead animals and creatures, whatever, with viruses into the castle.
Yeah.
To make it explode, and they allow the animal to rot first to get infected. They also, in modern day times, like in Iraq, Kuwait, in Iraq, they with the water system, they pollute the water system.
Really?
Yep. It's just a standard measure.
Okay, yeah, I hear you, but I don't think China feel that. I've got an interest in history and I've got an interest in China. I've been a couple of times, and I feel like China, there's definitely a potential that they'll try and take over the world because of what they've been through, but I don't think they feel they're at war. Like a siege, you're at war.
Yeah.
You're actively at war. What can you do to take over, to do an enemy, basically? China, I don't think they're at war with the world at this point, and they're thinking how to, because they've been got themselves by the virus. It's hit them. They've had to close down cities. They've closed down the economy. If it was a war method, I would think they'd specifically find a way for it to hit other countries and not themselves.
Yes, I agree with you there. Now, what I've heard, there's a Dr. Judy, she was interviewed, and she's really kind of laying into Fauci, such and such Fauci.
Oh yeah. Trump's scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, because she knows him personally, and she's been through 30 years and what have you. Yeah. And she said the other day, America and China were experimenting together on it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then America had it first, and if you look at England and America and the Western countries, they love to tamper with viruses.
Yeah.
That's their MO. If you're looking at criminals, they're the ones who love to. That's their thing. That's what they do. So, and then there's an American guy, I think he's a general or someone, who got arrested not too long ago for selling the virus to the Chinese.
Okay.
So that means, in essence, it come from America.
Yeah.
based on what they're saying, not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you're arrested one of your own for selling it to China for $20,000 or $50,000,
Yeah.
that means even if that Judy thing's not right, what she's saying, yeah, which I believe she is,
Yeah.
from where you hear people speak and the conviction, it kind of gives you a gut feeling whether it's right or not.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of going by the gut.
Yeah.
But there you have it. That's my personal belief.
Yeah.
I think, and it's backfired. It's
Yeah.
a bit like AIDS, and I would argue Ebola. I've known people who work around that, and they said, look, this is not a virus. This is not like natural.
Yeah.
A virus can be good or bad depending on what's going on in your body. Yeah, but this is just something different that your body can't fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is those strands, the way it mutates, is just clearly man-made.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, I think these virus labs are very fishy. I don't know much about them, but whatever country, China or America, messing with these infections for potential, I don't know.
And you
to
think,
use it in war.
if you think of it like this, if you looked at China, everybody is China's customer right now.
Yeah.
So why would, it's like a drug dealer selling all his punters bad drugs.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Yeah.
He's not going to get any money.
Yeah.
He's going to kill them all off. Why would China want to do that? Now, somebody who's scared, who doesn't want China to be at the front, they may try and disrupt. Remember, China has a 2025,
Yeah. No.
where they're going to be the world leaders, they say.
Yeah.
Somebody else may not be too happy about that.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah?
100%. If this is what it kind of, like I said, I don't know much about it, but viral labs just sound very fishy, and if there's money being exchanged for these products, if that is what the market is, people are creating virus products, then I could 100% believe something's going on.
Is this you?
This is me.
Okay, well, thanks for taking the ride.
Nice one, mate. Good luck with
Thank-
the podcast.
Okay, not a problem. Good night. Thanks I hope it was interesting. Just a general chit chat with 4 partly drunkard people, 3 of in advertising and 1 person in law. Please share your thoughts, like and subscribe, and feel free to share with others. I'm Simon Rushton, and check out our other podcast, which is Africa Investing Stories. It's funny short stories about what it's like to invest in Africa as a foreigner or as someone from the diaspora. Thanks a lot. Bye.